Welcome to Jervis Bay and Booderee National Park. I'm just on my way on the short bush track down to Murray's Beat, who's at the very end of the southern peninsula of Jervis Bay. And forecast was lots of high cloud, which we've got, with a good possibility of a bit of sunset colour, but actually I think the cloud's too thick to produce any colour. So we will have to find some opportunities other than a colourful sunset to photograph. But it's a stunning location, beautiful pristine beach. I love coming here out of season when there's very few tourists around, particularly when it's a little bit chilly like it is this evening. 14 degrees centigrade at the moment. Yes, that's cold. We're used to sort of warmer climes. So I've got the big stopper in the bag, the 10 stopper. So I had it in the back of my mind that if the sky wasn't very colourful, we could perhaps do some nice long exposures. But anyway, anything could happen. All it takes is a nice gap on the horizon, about 60 kilometres southwest of here, and we'll get some colour. Just a little look over the edge there down on the beach, and as expected, there's very few people here. A couple of people down near the reef just to the left of the beach here, and I can see a couple of rock fishermen down the far end. Saw the Land Cruisers in the car park. Some good fishing here in Jervis Bay. Absolutely pristine, protected marine park. And I think Murray's Beat, I've gone on record in the past as stating, is without doubt my favourite. As you can imagine, this is an exceptionally popular beach in the summer. I mean, where else can you go somewhere as beautiful as this? Look at it, you know, the trees coming down onto the beautiful white sand, little creeks flowing down into that pristine turquoise clear water. Some of the finest scuba diving on the planet and snorkeling to be had here, thanks to that clarity of that water. Camera out. I've already got the super wide on there, the old faithful 10-24. Pop that on, get rid of that lens hood, and get the old ND filters out. Right, adapters on. That's a big stopper. There we go. Got the K&F Concepts Nano X magnetic ND1000 72mm to fit on my adapter there. So the secret, of course, with this is to line up the shot first with the filter off. So let's choose a nice composition here. Choose a focus point. That's nice. And stick the filter on and turn up the aperture. So at f16 I'm getting 8 seconds. I just need to check that the in-body stabilization is turned off, because when you use in-body stabilization, when the camera's on a tripod, they sometimes get confused. Let's have a look at the histogram. That's looking good. 2-second timer. Off we go. Well, first shot on the old SD card. I've just come up the beach a little bit to the back here because I saw this tree here and thought it provided a lovely bit of natural framing. So I'm just going to tee up a nice composition here, and I think we'll do a similar long exposure just to smooth out this lovely ocean water. I find that one of the ways that really helps when you're dealing with the random nature of landscape photography is to always have a plan B. And so when I was on the walk in here and I mentioned the ND filter, that was something I planned from the very start. I looked at the forecast, I looked at this cloud, I thought there's a chance it might colour up, there's also a good chance that it won't at all, and it'll stay fairly grey throughout. And so that was why I decided to bring the big stopper, because then I can do some nice long exposure, get into that little fine art perhaps side of things. It just helps with any disappointment you feel when your big plan doesn't come to fruition. You've got to kind of roll with it, don't you, when you're a landscape photographer? Little sea eagles here. Can you see them up over the trees? They're a pair. There's one straight in front here, and there's the other one on there. There you go, coming in a shot now. I often see these guys down on this beach when I come here, photograph the sunset. How beautiful.
West and quickly whisper in the blue, and people pace and worry, but I'm just here with you. The frost could touch the rooftops, but it'll never touch my heart, 'cause the warmth that you and I've got is more than just a spark. Time is always moving, seasons come and go, but on you I'm always counting, 'cause even when it's cold I know I'll always be warm with you. Been taking turns now between hiding and going down, and this town is feeling restless, but I don't have a doubt. 'Cause I know coming home tonight means coming home to you, in the glow of the kitchen light. We'll be warm for two.
Well, that's a very lovely shot. Got some movement on this tree on the right because it's a long exposure, but it's not an unpleasant look at all. And I love this high vantage point I've picked out up here. Let's get this tree on the left better in the frame. Had a beautiful awkward moment where they came out and stood just over here. I was stood there waiting for them to bugger off so I could take a nice photo. Let's have an update. It is now sunset, 5:08, and as you can see, the sky is greyer than an elephant's ball sack. So my suspicions were absolutely correct that the thickness of the cloud was just too much, and no gaps to the southwest of here made themselves apparent, so we didn't get any backlit clouds. I do, however, think some of those long exposure shots that I took have come out quite nice. I was taking a few just down here of the water breaking on the rocks, kind of mixing up the exposure time, sort of a third of a second, half a second. Typically speaking, I find that's usually pretty much on the money for the old movement of the waves on the rocks. And then I shot a couple down the beach as well. But the orange sky, the tint I could see over there is gone. I suspect that that is the edge of this high level cloud bank way out to the west of here. And what I'm seeing, that's what I'm seeing out there, and somebody in that direction is currently scoring a absolutely beautiful sunset. Well, I don't know about you guys, but landscape photography for me is very much a two benefit system. The first benefit, of course, is pursuing a love of photography, in particular landscape photography. And the second benefit is just being out in nature, out in wildlife, out in the countryside. I'm fortunate enough to have this place literally on my back doorstep. Short drive from the house. I can head out here anytime I like and refill the old mental batteries. Put aside anything that's happening in a personal life or any shit that's getting me down in the wider world, and just enjoy the serenity and the peacefulness, and perhaps come away with a keeper or two. What more can you ask? that will do us for this little trip down to Murray's Beach in the Booderee National Park on a not very colourful sunset, but still a very beautiful location and an enjoyable hour or two out in nature. Hope you enjoyed this video. Been doing heaps of the old software and hardware reviews lately, and I just had the itch to get out again and shoot one of these little on-location vlogs. So if you enjoyed it, you know the drill, give it a like, prod that algorithm in my direction, and if you like what you're seeing on my channel, do consider subscribing. Just ticked over to 18,000 subscribers, which is very nice indeed. Thank you to everybody that's subscribed lately. If you're first time seeing this type of content, then let me know if it's the sort of thing that appeals to you and I'll do a little bit more of it. Anyway, that'll do us for now. I'm off to the car, perhaps calling it a fast food emporium. Guzman y Gomez, I suspect, on the way home. Have a nice beer and enjoy the rest of my Friday evening. All right, guys, till the next time, ta-ta.